Next, we're going to put in this piece of sled in with the bow on top there like that. Now we're going to flip it over. As you can see, we're going to put in one wooden dowel there and also one on the other side. Now we put flat on this side here. We're going to put in one locking device. Now we put the locking device in like that. Again, remember, we always face the arrow, as you can see there, towards where the screw going to go in. Now with this piece, when you finish with putting all the screw and the wooden dowel, we flip it over like this. Like there, we also put in one more screw in the plastic ring there as well. By now this side here must be in pink in color. Next we put in the slate with the bow in this position, and we lift it up like that, and then we put it and lock it in position. Make sure it's nice and tight first. If it doesn't go in, give it a few slap in that, and then we lock it in the clockwise rotation there, like so. Next, we're putting the top bit on top of the existing unit, like that. As you can see, it should look like that. And make sure at this stage you are checking the slate is actually go inside the groove there. It's very important everything is nicely fit like that. Now next we're going to put in the pink piece in on the left hand side like so. Now make sure this pink piece and the back here is actually nicely fit in like that, and the other side of the unit is to be put in, which is that one there. Now next, before we're putting in that side there, we also put in the locking device, one there, one in the middle there, and also one for the top before we lock it in like so. And once you finish, you also put on this side here to lock it in as well. Next, we're going to lay down the Tallboy like this position for easy locking the device in. Now as you can see there, we're going to put in one locking device there, 2 and 3, and also at the bottom we got to fill in also 1 there, 2 there, 3 there, and 4 there, and then we lightly tap it in. Make sure it's actually secure before we tighten it and lock it in. Now once it's actually tightly fitted in, and make sure there's no gap along there, we start to tighten it in by turning using a flat screwdriver and turning in the clockwise position like so, and make sure everything is nice and tight. Double check before you do the other side as well. It's vitally important that you double check, otherwise the unit will fall apart. So double check, make sure everything nice and tight on the locking device there, there, and there. Now once you finish the other side, we're going to put this Tallboy on the opposite side now, like this, okay, and put it down this side like that. Okay, now we're going to detach the top bit out and then put in the slate in, and then next you open back the locking device, the arrow facing upward like this in the 12 o'clock position like that, 3 of that, and then we put in the 3 sled in, 1 like that, 2 and 3 with position in like that. Once it's in position, we give it a few taps to tighten up the unit on this side here, and check around there's no gap around it. Once it's actually all in tight, we start to lock it in. Now with a flat screwdriver, as you can see, we turn again in the clockwise rotation again. 1, 2, 3, and the fourth one down there. Okay, and then we also put 2 on the top as well, 1 outside and then 1 from the inside as well. Now we're moving back to the back. We also lock from the back as well. 1 there, 2 there, and 3 there. And now the unit is almost done. As you can see, this is installation of the drawer. Now with the drawer that consists of all many these parts, as you can see, the front part, which is this one there, the slate which is in the middle, and also the back part, the side pieces, and also the back piece. Now whenever you see a plastic ring for the side, that you put in the screw in like that, and 2 for the side piece, and also 2 for this side as well. Now on the side there, you also put 2 wooden dowel in like that, and also with the long piece there, you always put the 2 dowel in the back as well, and same as for the other side. Now we assemble like this, pulling up and put the back piece in. We put in the locking device in the back and lock it in. Now we slide it in like that. Now with this one here, it's quite important to check, make sure the groove is running alongside from end to end, so that the slate can come in later. If you put it wrong, that means it's actually wrong. So double check the slate. It's sliding along there from end to end like that. And when you check that, you can start locking it in like that. Make sure it's nice and tight, and we'll lock in the clockwise position one more time, the same thing like before as mentioned. Now put in the locking device like that and tap it in, and once again clockwise positions, rotation. Now we tilt it up like that. Now we put in the slate in like that. Make sure the slate is actually sit inside the groove. Can you please make sure it's actually sit inside, otherwise it will be tight fit and the whole thing will fall apart. So double check everything actually sitting inside the groove first, like that. Okay, now we put in the locking device in, 2 on each end like that, and once again arrow up towards where the screw comes from, 1 in the middle, and we also put 2 locking devices on the other end as well. Next we're putting the top panel in like so. Now if it doesn't fit, give us a few light tap like that, and if it still doesn't fit, then turn in and readjust the locking device to readjust it in. Once in, we turn it a clockwise position to lock it in like so, and the other 2 as well. Now once we finish, just double check, make sure it's all tight. Next we're putting 2 drawer handle in. We're using as you can see there, a 25mm screw. Now putting this position like that, using an Allen key, we tighten up the knob, 1 there and also 1 on the other side. Next we're putting the 2 rails out like this. Now we're going to put in the drawer in the angle positions, and the slide in. Make sure the catchment in the back is catching the hole, and the bottom as well, as you can see them. So by now your Tallboy should look like this, and put a few sliding in and out just to test, make sure it's actually running smooth like that. Then when you're happy with it, as you can see on the edge here, underneath, put in a screw in to tighten in position, and you've also put 1 on the other side as well. And we do the rest of the 4 drawer, and then the Tallboy is now complete.